Good morning and welcome to episode 5 of Hiking in Every State Park in Georgia. Cue the montage. Hello, I'm in my chair again. So today we're going to Sweetwater Creek. I just routed and it's about 54 minutes away. I'm really excited. This one's going to be really cool. This is another one of the really popular ones. I know I've been uploading these weekly, but I haven't actually filmed one of these in a couple weeks. I just got back from a little vacay for my birthday. I'm sure I'll talk about that a little more during Hiker Thoughts. It was so fun. I went to Austin, Texas. I actually went to a Texas state park. It was so cool. But yeah, point being, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be filming another episode. And I'm ready to see Sweetwater Creek. So I'm going to go get Silas and my things, and we're going to hit the road. See this? That's the road. Why am I like this? Hello. Hello. Oh God. Hey. Say what you doing? We made it. Sweetwater Creek, where the water is sweet and the views are good. I don't know, man. I just say things sometimes. Sweetwater Creek State Park is located in Douglas County, Georgia, and is only about 15 miles away from downtown Atlanta, making it one of the most popular state parks in Georgia. It encompasses over 2,500 acres of land and has a 250-acre body of water called the George Sparks Reservoir that you can fish and hike in. Hike? No, you don't hike in water. That you can fish and kayak in and all of that. They have 5 tent campsites and 10 yurts. That's right. They have yurts. I gotta stay in a yurt for one of these. I barely know what a yurt is, and I'm obsessed with them. They also have a bait shop and a museum. I'm not sure I'm even gonna check out the museum after what happened last time. And just a minute ago, I stumbled across a playground and an outdoor fitness center. I love when they have these. I never actually used them, but I love them. This park also has ruins from a textile mill that was burned during the Civil War. Another thing that makes this state park really popular is it was the filming location for a lot of popular TV shows and movies, such as Hunger Games: Mockingjay, The Walking Dead, Avengers: Infinity War, and a lot more. I'm gonna be honest, I just named the ones that I like a lot personally. It looks like there's 7 different hiking trails here for a total of 15 miles worth of trails. I wish they had fun names, but most of them are just Blue Trail, White Trail, Red Trail, Orange Trail. But yes, I am extremely hungry, so I'm going to eat my breakfast and then we're gonna go get started on the hikes. It's good to be back hiking in a Georgia State Park. You excited, Silas? You excited? We made it to the beginning of the trails. I'm not sure which trails we're gonna do, but as you can see, we're like somewhere around here. And they're all kind of just right next to each other. So We're gonna start with the red trail. It is a 1 mile, one-way trail, and this is the one that has the historic mill. Let's go! Let's go! Go, buddy! Let's go! Now that is what I like to call a 10 out of 10 swing. Look, all I'm saying is PB&J's would go hard here, but I just ate. We have made it to the mill. That's crazy. I'm pretty sure I saw a sign somewhere that said they do like guided tours. They actually let you pass the fence and explore around in there. This place is also only like a half a mile walk from the parking area, so it's definitely very accessible. Oh no, it's Silas's worst nightmare. We have made it to the end of the red trail and the beginning of the white trail. That was genuinely some of the hardest terrain that I've ever seen on a hike. Rocks and roots and stumps and all that everywhere. Silas has been an absolute trooper though. Yeah, so I know the colors don't really mean anything to you, but I wasn't planning on doing the entire white trail. I think I'm just going to go back up toward the green trail, do the green trail, because there's an area called Jack Hill near there, and then we're going to take it back to the main portion of the park and do the purple trail and all the other ones. Yeah, I know that doesn't really, it's purple, red, blue. These views have been absolutely crazy though. But yeah, here we go. Let's go. White trail, like you, Silas. I don't want to admit how bad bro scared me. You don't even want to know how long I spent trying to get this thumbnail right. I wanted a shot that showed the creek and also the mill. Somehow didn't eat it the whole time. Knock on wood. We have made it to the start of the green trail. The entrance of it was actually right next to the mill, so I just figured I'd grab the thumbnail before I start on the green trail. I swear, every time I talk, it's just straight uphill. Whenever I get back to the main area of the park, I'll show the map again so you kind of understand how the trails connect to each other and where I'm going and all that. For now, we hike on. We hike on. We made it to what is called Jack Hills area. There it is. So here it goes back into the white trail. We're gonna take that all the way back to the parking area. I'm gonna grab my charger. My phone's not that close to being dead, but I do film on my phone, so that's pretty important. But after we get there, I'm gonna show you guys the map, and then we're gonna do a few more trails. Oh, I almost died. That was a bit dramatic, but I did almost fall. Yo, y'all having some kind of meeting? What's going on? I missed the memo. I didn't get the invite. Silas is like, I don't care, bro. I just want to smell stuff. Let's go. Ah, look. Stripped logs. Man, I tell you, this life thing sure has a lot of similarities to that really popular game called Minecraft. It's almost like they just based the woods off of the game at this point. Like, come on. The trail went directly next to my car. That's actually crazy. The trail is like right there. There's a little place by the pavilion to come back out. Charger acquired. Good boy. Little snack break. Oh, I bet the chocolate's all melted. I didn't even think about that. Bro thinks it's for him. It's not that melted. It's also really good. Shout out Aldi. Me and Silas are walking back to the trailheads. We're currently about 4.7 miles in. There's a total of a little over 15 miles worth of trails. So if I would have gotten here earlier, I honestly probably would have just done them all. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling, honestly, better than I did when I started, especially after that water and that protein bar, dude. I feel rejuvenated. But yeah, I'm probably just gonna keep hiking until it almost gets dark so I can get back and do the ranking and highlights and lowlights in daylight. I have learned my lesson after last episode. So we are back at the visitor center and the trailheads. So this is what I was talking about. This is where we're at. We went down the red trail along here. Sorry, the map's a little messed up. And then we did the white.
Here's what I found.
And then we did the white trail through here and then went back up to the green trail and then went around like that. So now I think the plan is to go and do the purple trail and then the yellow, potentially some of the orange. I don't know. We'll see. By the way, here's all the information on the trails. The red one is a 1 mile one way. The white one is a 5 mile loop. Orange, 2.3 miles. Yellow, 3 miles. Blue, 1.4 loop. Commence mission purple. We got our first snake of the series. I don't know what it is. I don't want to know what it is. Those last two shots were recorded while holding Silas. Bro hates stairs and bridges. Made it to the orange trail. That bridge was so sick. Little throwback to Amicalola. It's time for Hiker Thoughts. Hiker Thoughts. Hiker Thoughts. Hiker Thoughts. It gets pretty quiet out on the trail, so this segment is basically an inside scoop on what goes on in my mind while I'm on a hike. It may be quiet on the trails, but it sure isn't quiet in my mind. That baby is screaming for help. So we're pretty deep into the orange trail right now, so maybe I won't run into anybody for a little while. I've been kind of running into people every now and then all day, and I am so awkward. I'm here on a Tuesday, and it's been moderately busy today. Whoa. Acorns falling everywhere, bro. Definitely nowhere near as busy as Amicalola Falls, but definitely a close second. Like I said in the intro, I wanted to tell you guys about my trip. So I just got back from Austin, Texas. It was amazing and I loved it. So that's really the majority of what I've been thinking about during today's hike. I really love traveling and doing nature stuff. It's literally my favorite stuff in the world, dude. I told myself I was gonna wait until it was flat or downhill to do hiker thoughts, and as soon as I start recording it goes back up. It really is an honor though to be able to go on trips like that and to even do this series. After this series ends, I want to keep doing nature stuff, yes, but I do also have a few ideas for some more travel oriented content. So if you want to stick around and watch things like that, be sure you subscribe. I did also visit a state park in Austin, Texas. It was called McKinney State Falls. No, it wasn't McKinney Falls. It was called McKinney Falls. I did actually visit a state park while I was in Austin, Texas. It was called McKinney Falls State Park. It was pretty crazy. I'll put some pictures up on the screen right now. It literally felt like I was on the moon in some parts. The terrain was seriously insane, though. Apparently, it was formed the way it is due to a nearby volcano that erupted like 83 million years ago. Something like that. I'm not smart. It was super rocky, and there was, of course, the falls. And there were cactuses everywhere. The plural of cactus is cactuses or cacti. Look it up. I say cactuses because I like rage baiting. Texas State Park series, anyone? No, I feel like that would take legitimately like 3 years because there's so many state parks in Texas and they're so spread out. By the way, I don't even think I mentioned this trip was for my birthday. So I backlogged a couple episodes of this series and just had an absolute time. There's sticks flying everywhere, bro. But genuinely, I would probably move to Austin. So that might be a thing in the future. We will see. Anyway, that's enough about my trip. Genuinely the best birthday ever. 24th birthday going in the books, baby. So you know how people say, does that jog your memory? Or maybe that'll jog your memory? I think we should start saying, hike your thoughts. Does that hike your thoughts? Here, let me just hike my thoughts real quick. I don't know. Something to think about. I did kind of feel like absolute dookie logs this morning. I woke up like an hour late, and I think I arrived at this park later than I have arrived to any other park. It was a really short drive, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, felt like crap this morning. I started hiking. I got like a mile or two in. Felt way better. I'm not trying to be like one of those cringe fluencers that's like, oh, get outside, move your body. But go outside. I don't know, man. It just makes me feel so much better. I've been actually pretty inactive the past couple of days because I've been trying to like recover from my trip. But I'm telling you, whenever I just sit around and like don't really do anything, I just feel awful. Also, the Orange Trail, the trail I'm on now, it was labeled as a lollipop trail. Hold on. It's literally shaped like a lollipop. It goes like this. So thank you for listening to my hiker thoughts. So far, we've hiked a total of about 7.3 miles, so I think we're going to finish up the Orange Trail. We might go and do the Blue Trail as well, depending on what time it is. But for now, we're just going to finish up the Orange Trail. We hike on. An issue that I keep having on these hikes is my big toes like rub into my boot, so genuinely asking if any of you have advice, let me know. Made it to the bottom of the loop of the Orange Trail. Now we just got the stick. About to have some epic water drinking time and some PB&Js. Dang, son, look at all them pine cones. We are in Georgia. Georgia pine. And that is the Blue Trail complete. We're back here again. Let's see if Silas wants to walk on it this time. Look at this little trooper. Look at this little trooper. That's my son. I spoke too soon. Bugs are crazy. We're back on the purple trail, so all that's left is to head back to the car. We're about 11 miles in. Totally just missed the exit of the trail somewhere and ended up here. I honestly don't know how that happened. But hey, I get this view again. We're back at the map. So the first round of hiking, we started here, went down here, and then came up like this, did the green trail, came around like this, came back here, then went here, across the bridge, then did the entire orange little lollipop, came back this way, did the blue trail loop, came here, went all the way down here, thought that was where I was supposed to go, and then went back, and now we're here. So the only two trails that we didn't touch at all is the yellow trail and the brown trail. Pretty good. Car. Testing. I probably shouldn't yell. We have made it back to the car. It's right there. That's my car. Shout out car. I don't know. I'm delusional at this point. I was going to do the outro in the same spot that I did the intro or the park overview, but there were a bunch of people in my spot, so I had to move over here. So all in today, we hiked a total of 12.75 miles. Honestly, I can tell my endurance has improved a lot, because if I would have gotten here earlier, I could have just done the entire park. I could have just done all 15 miles of trails that they have. My joints didn't really start screaming until about mile 10. Same thing with the aggressive calluses on my feet. If I would have gotten here earlier and done all the trails, I would have just titled this video Speed Running Sweetwater Creek State Park. We also had over 1,500 feet in elevation gain. We're not even in the mountains. Sorry, I had to throw in one mountain joke. Mountain. I did get back before dark. We're not making the same mistake that we made last time. I did barely get here before dark, but that's just because I'm dumb and I missed the trail exit. And now it's time for highlights, lowlights, and the ranking. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. I just feel like I gotta do something. So honestly, I would say the low light of the day was just how I felt all morning. I just felt really tired, honestly. I kind of just wanted to stay in bed today, but I'm glad I didn't. Am I even allowed to do that? I don't know. If you guys want the highlights and lowlights to be more oriented to the park, so like the best part of the park and the worst part of the park, I can do that. Just let me know in the comments. But that's my low light for today. The highlight would be going across the bridge, even though Silas wouldn't walk over it. I had to carry him again. But going over that bridge and seeing the Sweetwater Creek was really cool. It was so pretty. And honestly, the entire purple trail was just insane. Also, that's another thing that I am thinking about starting to do for these outro segments. Just telling you guys my favorite trail. And for today, it was definitely the purple trail. Went by the creek and across that bridge. It was sick. All in all, it was a really good day. 12.75 miles is the current record for most miles hiked in a day in this series. I believe my personal record is somewhere around 13 or 14 of the ones that I've tracked at least. But yes, the mill was really cool. Just the fact that so many things have been filmed here. The creek, the bridge, all the trails. It was a really cool park for sure. And as for the ranking, the recency bias is over. I would put this park at number 3. So one below Moccasin Creek and one above Indian Springs. It's not that I didn't enjoy it by any means, but I just feel like Amicalola and Moccasin Creek really stood above the rest so far. And it's not that I didn't like Indian Springs and High Falls. I just feel like this one had things that they didn't. So this was a birthday gift from my good friend Katie. Shout out. We got the Georgia State Park checklist map. And then in each of the slots go these little trees. Came with a bag of them here. So we're gonna do High Falls, Indian Springs, Moccasin Creek, Amicalola Falls, and now Sweetwater Creek. Huge thank you and huge shout out to Katie. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did. Leave a comment on where you think I should go next. And don't forget to press subscribe for more state park videos. Peace! Say bye. Bye.